I'm Scott Johnson with the Jackson County Historical Society. I'm the president of the board, and I'm excited to be able to be here this morning, or this afternoon, I guess it is. I'm sorry, I was someplace else this morning. I don't know where I am anymore. It's been far too long that we don't have any recognition of the events that happened 100 years ago tomorrow, and it's important, I think, from my perspective and that of the board of the Historical Society, that we have something that is dedicated to the remembrance of that event. There are a lot of stories that we've all heard as we've grown up, if we're natives of Desoto, Murfreesboro, and Gorham. If you're new to town, you may not have heard any of those stories, and that's one thing that I think this marker will help to rectify. Going forward, we want to keep this in everyone's mind. I'm joined this afternoon, by Mark Motzinger with the Illinois State Historical Society. He is the chairman of the Marker Board, and he is the one that helped us acquire these and get these set. So I'm going to let him say a few things, and then we're going to unveil it and let the mayor have some comments as well. So Mark, you want to?
Yeah, one of the goals of the Illinois State Historical Society is to preserve history so that it'll not be forgotten. And so historical markers are an important part of that. They're on a permanent piece of metal that will last longer than we will, and people will be able to drive by here and see this. It'll also be on a database that you can get on, and it'll show you where all the markers are in your county and all the markers are in the state of Illinois. It's even going to have categories that you can have, storm damage victims, that type of thing, military. So the historical markers is a big part of what the Illinois State Historical Society does, and it helps us take a piece of history and hold on to it for a community so it's not forgotten. So we're always happy to have historical marker dedication.
So Mr. Mayor, if you would, let's take this off and let everybody see it. There we go. Want me to take that? Excellent.
Something like that. Wow, that's a great plaque. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for all the work that you put in for this whole week and whole week, month of celebrations and commemorations of and honoring those who have worked and to put together this thing for the Tri-State Tornado Commemoration. Scientists say that those who experience a traumatic event together form a bond. They call it a traumatic experience bond, and I do believe that this town has definitely had that bond together over this last 100 years. And I believe this marker will help inform some of the youngers that are here today, the kids and the younger adults that are here, to understand maybe why it's such a tight-knit community. And we couldn't do it without the help of the Historical Society. They say that those that don't know history are doomed to repeat it. And we're very thankful we didn't repeat history this last weekend, as close as it was. Right. But we're very thankful for the efforts that they've put in to have the movies, the pictures, and all the plaques that they've put up, and all the information and the knowledge that they have passed on. The most important part after an event like that is the rebuilding and the regrouping and coming together as a community. And I really believe that DeSoto still feels that love and feels that sense of community. And I hope that we're able to keep that in the future and to build upon that and to come together as often as we can as a community and to celebrate the great things that we do and the things that we have done in the past, and those who have passed on to make this place as great as it is. Thank you all for what you do, and thank you for all the volunteers. Thank you for all the people who have worked so hard and put in the many, many sleepless nights and tireless hours to put all this together. And thank you to the Beta Club, who are a wonderful asset to the community. They have always come through to help the village, and whenever we are in need of some volunteer hours, they're always eager to help. So thank you to all the volunteers. Thank you to the Historical Society, and thank you to all of you who come out today, and to all that volunteer and to make this community a better place every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to turn it over to the sponsor for the Beta Club. She's going to introduce her kids, and they're going to do a reading of the names. Take it away.
For those of you that don't know me, I'm Brittany Harper. I'm one of the sponsors for Junior Beta Club. We are very thankful that we were invited today to read the names in this remembrance. It's such an honor. I've got a few kids over here. They've got a list of names. Now, some of them are a little anxious or nervous, so just bear with them. I do want to say Lola wanted me to mention that, Beta Club has many efforts, volunteer work, but we do compete at state convention, and this club is going to nationals, so that is something she wanted me to share with you. So, good group of kids, and I know that while they may be anxious to read the names, I know that they feel the honor as well. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just call them up forward to read the names. There might be a little time in between as they come forward. Jace.
Hi, my name is Jace. I have Thomas S. Adams, Luther Austin, Elsie Barnett, Marie Barnett, Tina M. Barnett, Nellie M. Bash. I have Electa Vansel Beasley, Richard N. Beasley, son of Electa, Grady Clarence Beeson, Lucinda Young Beeson, Nellie E. Bell.
I have Mary Botterbush. I have Mary Botterbush, Leta Borland, Charles L. Borland, Minnie R. Kiefer Borland, and Ida Bratcher.
I have Ruby Bratcher, Ruth C. Bratcher, Woodrow Wilson Brown, Walter Joe Bueller, Zella Ethel Richard Britcher. I have Robert Craig, Norman Marlowe Dixon, Edward G. Dunning, Elna and Cleo Espy, and Thomas Farrell.
I have Berna Ford, Don E. Green, Dan George Greenan, brother of Don, James Monroe Harper, and Briss Harper. I have Georgia Harville, Alvin Lemuel Hewitt, Molly William Hughes, Harold Hughes, son of Molly, Rolla, and Hive. I have Faye Hyde, daughter of Rolla, Musical Mac, real name unknown, Roberta Morris, Francis J. Murray, and Margaret J. Neal.
I have Lucille South Paulson, Ina Oliver Red, Lewis Frank Red, husband of Ina, Rudolph Reed, William Hiram Schenkel.
I have Ida Mae Adams Shirley, Fanny Holland Sills, Mariah Clay Barner Smith. Doris Ann South, Emma E. Wright Smith.
I have Carl Stoneham, Claude Stoneham, Dorothy Stoneham, Mary Steiger, and Lillian Ruth Taylor.
I have Alonzo Temple, Susan Reed Temple, Helen Watts, James Frank Wood, and Mary Ellen Wood. Thank you for letting us read these names.
Well, thank you so much to the Beta Club for that. That was fantastic. We really appreciate seeing all the kids show up for something like this, and participating is really nice. So unless anyone has any other comments or has any questions, I think we'll wrap this part of it up. Yes? All right, you go right ahead, Lola.
We are going to leave the flags and the flowers up probably through the end of the week. If you weren't able to get to the cemetery walk yesterday, there are still programs left you can take with you, and the people that were buried here that died in the tornado are marked with an American flag and a purple ribbon. The 5 people that we highlighted in our stories yesterday are marked with small bouquets of white flowers, such as the one there by Betty Maroney's grave. So if you have a chance to come out and look around, please feel free to do that. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Lola. With that, I guess we'll end it. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming.